Yeah, very good evening, folks. And am I audible right now? Can you confirm, Sherry Priya?
Yes, Anna, you're audible.
Yeah, thank you. And yeah, a very good evening to all. I'll present here. Without any further delay, let's jump into the session. So the today's agenda is about we start off introducing ourselves and the team working behind this. Then we will move to the cloud stuff and finally the fun activities and Q&A. I think pretty much sure you will be delighted about it. So let's move to the next slide. And about us, Sherry Pira will explain about it.
Yeah, so about Google Developer Student Club of our college. So our main motto is to connect, share, build, and grow together. So we this is a community of college student developers, and we plan to bring you together and learn many stuff together. So I think this is gonna be a very joyful, fun ride for all of us. So let's dive in.
Yeah, thank you, Sherry Pira. And so this myself, Arvind Raj here, the cloud lead of the GDSC, Sri Saram Institute of Technology. And these are my social media profile links. In case you need any help, you can contact me here. Yeah. So what is cloud? Like the cloud is on everybody's lips these days. Before we go into this, what is cloud program platform? So we must know what cloud computing is. It is the way we how you make the service available over the internet. It all started with how to access the data from anywhere in the world and computing and lot more. So let's just move to the next slide. And these are the 5 traits that were discussed, said in the last PPT slide. So the first, you get the computing resource on demand and self-service. All you have to do is use a simple interface. You get processing power, storage, network, and you need whatever the thing you need, you will available all in the cloud computing source. And second, you can access the resources or the internet from anywhere you want. So that's what this broad access network is. And the third one is the provider. For those who has a big pool of them, they allocate them to the customers out of the pool. So it is like splitting up the work with different people. That allows the provider to give the economies of scale. By buying in bulk pass savings onto the customers. And the fourth one is the resource elastic. So how you manage if you're the way the website is hosted on a current company, the way should be hosted in another company, it must be elastic in a way that it works on everyone's computer. So that's where elastic comes into place. If you need more resources, you can get more rapidly from the cloud. And last, the customer pay only for what they use. As they go, they stop using the resource, they stop paying it. That's it. So they will use resources only what they want to use. And these are the 5 traits that defines what cloud is. And next slide is what is GCP. So GCP, Google Cloud, is a collaboration with Google Developer Student Club, provides an opportunity to start the journey in cloud computing. They provide hands-on labs, and Google Platform provides apps like the Google search engines, Gmail, and YouTube. So you will be working on these things. So moving on to the next slide. So what you're going to do? Just simply you are going to complete the program syllabus that is available on the 30 days of Google Cloud. So you will get your hands-on and even the experience needed to take the certification course. So it will obviously help you in the job finding, and it will also help you in increasing your salary rate by showing off your certification course and all these things. And we are at the timeline here. So we are already in the middle of the session. The campaign is about to end within 10 days. So why not give it a rush, people? So you have to complete all the labs under the program syllabus. So you will get the swags, and also you will get the benefits like they will give you a free credits or free subscription to the certification courses. So all these things will be available only when you complete the 30 days of Google Cloud syllabus. So why not try this one? You can even give it a try, and you can even be an expert in Google Cloud, right? So the Google Cloud, the primary aim is to we will the Google Cloud is obviously the low code theorem. So you will have a very less code, and you all you need to do is like monitoring the resources that are allocated and all these things. So it will obviously be in less code, and you don't actually have to be more in coding. So people with less interest in coding can more become more interested in the cloud computing. And moving on to the next slide. So what will we do in GCP? So you're provided with skill badges that you need to achieve them within the given timeline, and you're given a student account for that. You have to do that labs under the student account, and using the credits, you're using the paid features of all these things. So Google Cloud provides completely free everything for you. So all you have to do is utilize this thing and get yourself equipped with Google Cloud features. And next one is so the cloud tracks. And these are the two tracks we have available in the 30 days of Google Cloud. So the cloud engineering provides you that view of how to manage the cloud resources and use it effectively. And the data science and machine learning tracks give you knowledge on computing. The machine learning tracks that cloud where you don't need to have a high-end hardware on premises to compute the same. So you literally don't need a hardware like high-end hardwares to run a TensorFlow or all these things. We can do that in the cloud itself. So these things will be taught in the data science and machine learning track. And cloud engineering track is completely about how you manage the cloud, how you manage the resources, all these things. And next one. So these are the tracks available under the, these are the quick skill badges available under the cloud engineering track. So these 6 skill badges are have to be completed by the limited timeline. So which is under the 27th of this month. You have to complete at least all the skill badges of the 6 to make it to your first track. And this gives us the concept of wide vision of cloud engineering. So all you have to do is just learn this thing, and you can deploy it into your own system itself. And the second track is about data science and machine learning track. And the syllabus allocated for the track is like you will have to do the ML enthusiast or more interested in this topic. So you don't need to have a much idea of how to work on the ML, or you don't need to have the basic idea of the packages that are being used. It will all be taught in this syllabus itself. So all you have to do is go to your Qwiklabs and log in with your account with a free subscription and do these tracks for free. Yes, and this is what is the Qwiklab portal is. You can see all the Qwiklab skill badges and quests under this page. So you can simply jump into the site with the link given to you all by this in the WhatsApp itself, or you can go to the Bitly site where you can find the link there itself for all the skill badges under this track 1 and track 2. So it will obviously lead us to this portal here. And how we are going to manage the cloud, right? How we are going to interact with the cloud console. So we have obviously four ways of interacting with Google, and one of them is Google Cloud Console, which is the UI, which is commonly used by many people, which is like, even you don't have to work on the coding stuff and all these things. It is completely simple on this area. So you can see here all these things are under UI tracks. So it is nothing based on the, you don't have to memorize any code or anything itself. All these things are available in that console itself. So all you have to do is search them and make it work with it. And the next one is Cloud Shell. So Google Cloud Shell, where if you're kind of expert in coding and you already know like how to work with Linux environment and all these things, means you are just efficient in this Cloud Shell itself. So even if you don't have knowledge in this shell scripting or the Linux one, you can also learn from this. So these are just simple tags which are used here that makes the code work and all these clouds of work. So it all starts with the G Cloud or GS util stuff. So G Cloud obviously means the Google Cloud. These are the scripts that are commonly used. And the last tools are the REST-based API. REST-based API is commonly used in like these are sites where you give the commands what to do with that site, and the command will execute the codes and all this stuff itself in the G Cloud platform itself. And the next one is a mobile-based app. Even if you're a mobile person, you can also use that mobile app for the G Cloud. where you have to download the GCP app from the Play Store, and you can use the stuff there itself. So why are you doing this? So what's the benefits for this doing this stuff, right? So finally, what you actually get is you get all the knowledge of accessing the cloud resource and how to monitor them and other parts. So and after that you get the stacks for completion within the stipulated time. So even if you have complete the skill badges after the time limit, which is 27th of this October, and you won't get the Schwags for that. All you have to do is complete at least one of the track or track two, or you can do the both. So if you do the both, you will get the Schwags on this page itself. You will get a water bottle, a t-shirt, and a bag, and these tickets too. So you're pretty excited, right? Yeah. And so finally, we are going to move to the demo session. Yeah. Let's start with the demo. I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yes, that's visible.
Yeah, thank you. So we are going to do a challenge lab here. So it is the hardest part in the overall of the skill badges. So what we're going to do here is like create and manage the cloud resource. So what we're going to do, like we are going to create a VM instances. VM instance is nothing like we are going to deploy a branding OS, which is available on the cloud. So it is just like a simple OS running in the cloud, and you don't have to do buy a OS software or a thing from a source. So which is just like that. You can do your stuff on the VM instances itself. And the Kubernetes is nothing but you are managing a website. So if you want to deploy a website in a certain region, and you have to manage and scale itself. So all these things will be done at the Kubernetes cluster itself. You don't have to manage and scale these things under your control. So if you want to have a higher version of that, or if you want to scale out that, there are more people are accessing the site. So it's nothing up to the user. If it is a hardware part, so you have to buy some extra services and hardware parts for that. Even if in the Kubernetes cluster, it is completely simple. So all you have to do is deploy it in the cluster, and all the stuff will be handled by its cluster itself, Kubernetes itself. And finally, we are going for HTTP load balancer. So if there is a certain part, their load is high, the people are accessing the site is heavy, and in the another region, it is lesser compared to that another one. So we are going to balance the load from one region to another region. So it is something like we are managing a website in India, and someone is trying to access it from Sri Lanka. And in Sri Lanka, there is less population and there will be less user, right? So we have to manage the load balancer in the same way, like it is accessible to everyone and it is completely user friendly. So let's just start with this lab. So all you have to do is check whether you have the monthly subscription here. So this is my account here, and all you have to do is check here if it is a monthly subscription is activated or not by clicking on your profile here. And after that, if you check whether it is on or not, you can start with the lab. So let me just start with the lab here, and I'm going to use my subscription here and not the tokens. We are not provided with any tokens here. It's completely free for you all with the subscription here. Yeah. So it will just take 1 minute for us to provide the resource here. All you have to do is wait until it is provided. So let's just see what we're going to do in the tasks. So first one is create a project Jumpos instance. So we are going to create a Debian Linux OS in a cloud environment. So we are going to use Linux OS under this name of Nucleus Jump Host, which is to be hosted in Google Cloud, and it's completely free for you. It's something like you will use in VirtualBox and VM instances. It's same like that, but if it is compared to the VirtualBox, is the use of your own hardware. But it in the cloud, it is completely belongs to the cloud. So the hardware and softwares belong to them. Like if you want a RAM higher than the 8 GB, but you have a RAM with 8 GB in your computer, you cannot give it a 16 GB to the Debian Linux which are running on a VirtualBox. So it is completely useful here in the cloud. You can even give a 16 GB or 256 GB RAM to that OS running in the cloud here. So it actually started. So let's just move with that. And all you have to do is completely do the lab in the private window. So which is incognito tab in Chrome. So it gave me the Qwiklab account here, just the student account and the password here. So we have to accept the terms and conditions, and we are moving on to the cloud shell here. So we are accepting the terms and services here, and what you're going to do is like first of all you have to create a VM instances, right? So we have to create a VM instance with nucleus jump host name. So let me just copy the name here. And so for VM instances, it is completely under the compute engine, and then go to VM instances. So the time it gets loading, right? So and next thing we have to create a VM instance here. So create instance, and please be sure that you don't type the name here wrong. If you do so, it will not take the progress here. So please be careful on that. And yes, it's taking some time. And even if you're comfortable with shell, right, you can activate the shell and do the commands here. It's completely simple for you, and you don't have to memorize anything here. It's completely free on the open source. So like I used to take notes from the speakers, which they usually do. And where is that Evernote? I take simple concept like I will take the notes of the how the shell commands work. What are the commands that we obviously use in the program? So it will be quite helpful, like if you got stuck anywhere in this program, and you can use the Cloud Shell in the way that it's completely faster. So like this is my Cloud Nodes. So for creating compute instance, you have to use the text format like this. So even if you want to create a instance like this, so and I have here as example. So all these double quotes have to be replaced with some name. So in this case of it is going to be jump host, nuclear jump host here. And where is the one? Yeah. So have it got loaded. No. Yes. So we're going to paste the name here, and the region is going to be. I haven't said anything about the region, right? So let it be US East 1B. So let it be the US East 1B, and the series to be F1 micro. So let's just change here. And here we got the F1 micro here, which is a one version CPU. So the cores, number of cores here is 1, and the memory allocated for the CPU is 614 memory. And what we have to do next is we have to select the Debian Linux OS version. So here we already have a Debian Linux and a 10 buster, which is completely okay right now. So all you have to do is create the instance here. So let's just check if the name is correct and the N1 micro with F1 micro. Yeah, done. So as you complete this thing, your progress will give you some marks here. So let's just wait until it is done. It will obviously take 10 to 15 seconds. So like it is done. So let's just check the progress. and it is completed. So it will give you some marks for that based on this thing. Like if you want to see how it is evaluated, so you can scroll down to the, it's not here. I think I changed my profile to somewhere not here. Okay. So actually I haven't got any badge right now, so it is completely empty here. So after completing a badge or so, I will get the progress here. And the next thing is create Kubernetes cluster. So we are going to create a cluster here. You can use the UI itself for that, or else you can try out with like you have to go to the Kubernetes engine and then to the clusters, or else you can try it out with the Cloud Shell itself. So let me just copy the code here. It is Kubernetes cluster, and what are the version you're going to use, and the compute zone which you are going to deploy the Kubernetes. So let's just see what are the names given for that, and here it is completely in the use zone, east one. Just paste it here, compute zone for that, and I will take out the double quotes. And you don't need to have like it's a Docker image container, so it's a file, and next it has to be exposed in the port 880. So let's just create this one with the cluster name. What will be the cluster be? So let me just check if this thing is there or not. And if you're getting struggle like this, you can just Google out the solutions here. So there are a lot of opportunities. Like if you got stuck or the error you get from this thing, all you have to do is Google it out. And there will be a lot of solutions here. I never promote you to do this. If you're getting stuck in the middle of the program, so just click on any one of the site. You will get a lot of the solutions here, how to deploy this thing, and all these things will be available here. And they are creating a server here just like that, and creating a credentials. So it will all be available here itself. And it's all my complete notes here. So let's just create a cluster, and they haven't given any name for that. So let it be any name. Let me name it as Nginx Health. So I will copy this thing, paste it here. So the cluster is going to be created, which will take obviously up to 10 to 15 minutes, and I have to specify the region. So for specifying the region, this is the code, and it's going to be US East 1B. So it will ask me to, it already set the computer zone. So let me just move with the cluster creation. Where's the cluster? Yeah, here. So it is going to be Nginx Hill, the cluster name, and it will like take a 10 to 15 minutes. Like so, it will take some time to deploy the website here, Kubernetes cluster here. So While you are away, you can take a break here. Like for a 5 minutes, you can take a break here. So why not just grab your snacks or drink some water to get hydrated. Can you all put a yes or no? Like if you come right here, or you completed your break.
Yes, now we've completed our break.
Yeah, thank you. So while we are away, the cluster already got created here, and it's obviously at US East 1B. So let's just check if we have completed this step or not. So before that, we have to declare the container app as the hello app too. So we have to do some steps here. Like, where is my other note? Uh, Loggouts again and again with it. So let's just move here, and we have already completed the step here. Like in the Kubernetes cluster, we created the cluster here, and we created the name with Nginx help. So it's going to be same here in this case. And yeah, copy and paste this into. And we got the data for the cluster. And next thing is we have to create a deployment here. So this set here, like you have to deploy it in the 8080 port. So let's just move with the next one. Before that, we have to change these names and cluster name as Nginx help. Image link. So image link is already given here. Google samples hello app. All we have to do is paste it here and copy this command and run. So we got deployment here. The Nginx help. So let's just move with the next one. And we have to replace the name here. It's Nginx help. So, so we are going to deploy the Kubernetes server, I mean the container, and it is in the port 8080. So we just got it deployed, and to check if it is running, so we have to go with this command here. Like we will get some pods for each and every services we deploy in the Kubernetes. So let's just check. Like if the external IP is none here, so it is still in deployment stage. So we have to wait for some period of time. Like and check whether it is running or not with this command here. It's still in pending here. So let's just wait until it is completed. And it's complete. So we got the IP address here as some 35.237.239.242. So the whole process of this step is complete. So let's just check whether we complete this step or not. And we have completed this step. So we started with creating the instance, which is Debian Linux OS, and next we went with the Kubernetes cluster, and we completed this one too. And next we are going for the HTTP load balancer. So for this we have to create an instant template. So let's just start with that. And for an instant template, I always get so let's just copy this code. Before copying the code, like we have to replace this keyword with the server we are going to create. So it is completely working with the Nginx. So why not this paste the name as Nginx itself here, and just copy this thing and run it from the cloud shell. Um, like we got an error here, so the statement is not completely, it's not complete, so we have a space here, so we have to eliminate that space. If I copy paste it again, and we got error like startup.sh is not found. So even if we get error like this, just move to the site here, and they are giving a, so the startup file, we missed a skip step here, so we just have to copy paste this thing to create a file, startup file here. So that's what the error is. There is no file or directory with the startup.sh. So we'll go on creating this thing. And if you want to see the details of that, you have to give startup.sh. So these are the data which is filled in the startup.sh file. So we just close that. And we are going to do the step again. And now it's going to work. Like we already got the script here, the startup.sh, and we also given the name for it, which is nginx. So it's completely working. And we created an instant template. So using the instant template, we are going to create instances. So that's what the instant template is about. You don't have to create a multiple instance again and again. Like if they are having the same features, you can create a template, and from the template, you can create multiple instances. And next thing is we have to create a target pool. So for target pooling, we have a code here. And for this thing, we have to change the name like nginx hyphen pool. So which defines it as a target pool. And it is giving us the region as southeast one. So it is completely not advisable. As it is given here is US East 1B, we have to go with the same. So I'm going to give no for that. And we are going to choose the region as US East 1B. So the region is going to be US East, which is 23. So on selecting that, we're moving on to create, and the polling is already created. So, and the next step is like create a manage instance group. So for creating a group, here we have a code. And for the code, like here we also have to change the name here, removing the double quotes, so it will give you an error. And it's going to be nginx, right? So let it be nginx group, and copy pasting it in there. So let's just check if it has additional space at the end. So all these things have a space at the end. It gives us the same error again and again. Yes. I think I almost forgot to rename the template and just put here. So let's just do it again. We got an error here, like the test is not defined. So it is completely like all these things given a trouble code has to be replaced with some name. So I'm going to replace it with nginx. And it's going to be nginx pool. Now it must be fine, even if here like we are using the template. The template name is nginx, so we have to use the name as just nginx itself. So it's completely like you're just managing the instances here, and if even if you find an error, you can replace it with these keywords. It's just simple here. All you have to do is take some notes like what I have done and just change the names. It's completely simple out here. So we got a, yes, we got an instance here, which is group here, which is working at US East 1B, and which is what we wanted. And the instance declared as Nginx, which is exactly correct. And moving on to next, what is the next step? And we are going to create a firewall. So for creating a firewall, we have a template here, and it's going to be like gcompute firewall rules, and the firewall rules is the name that you give to the firewall, so whatever it be. So just let me just copy and paste this thing. So the firewall is creating, it's completely like what are the templates that we are going to use in the cloud shell, the things that we are obviously use in the cloud. So all these things, I made it as a list here in the Evernote, so it will be available everywhere. Wherever I go, I will just log into my PC and just do these things. It's from there itself. So all I have to do is just like replace the name with which is in the double quotes, and that's all how simple it is. Right? Yes, the firewall is created. And we have to test it with forwarding rules. So we have to append it to the load balancer. So let me just change the name here, and it's going to be again the pool Nginx pool. So we'll go on with this step. We have a space here again. These things have a lot of spaces. It's like giving end of file in every line. So all I have to do is check with it, whether there is space or not in the everything. So it's creating the forwarding rules here, and it's running, taking some time right now. So which is again at US is 1, and we got it created. That's cool, right? We created a load balancer here too. And the next thing is we have created the firewall rule with 80 TCP. Yes, TCP with 80. And next thing we are going to do is create a health check. So for health check, we have a template. Yes. So it's going to be something like compute, and the HTTP health check is the name that you're giving to the health check. And it's going to be the basic health check that is going to happen. Like if the server is going on a hard condition, like many number of users accessing the website means it will crash the whole site. So we have to check whether the server is balancing the site or not. So we are giving a health check for that. And we are creating health check, and it's done. So we are going to add this to the manage group. So let's just change the name here with Nginx group. And I have to check like whether there is space at the end or not. Yes, we have created an instance group too, so it will just balance the website between two other regions. So it's completely simple for us. And next we are going to do about is backend services. And for backend services too, I have a template here. Backend services. So all to do is create a backend service with a template here, and something like we have to replace the name with Nginx or whatever the name you like. So we are going out with Nginx, like, so I'm giving it its Nginx. And for the HTTP basic health check, the health check that we created already, just copy and paste this one. Does this thing have space in it, right? Yep, it's working and the backend is creating right now, which is to be in the US East 1B. If it is created in another region, which means you have done something wrong, it will not give you the score right there. And the backends are created, which is the name as Nginx backend. And we are going to add the backend to that backend services, which is the Nginx backend here, which we created just now. The test group. So the load balancing group, the compute instance group that we created, we are going to link with that, which is Nginx group. So fill in the spaces in every lines. Yep. So the backend services we created, which is going to be added to the load balancer, which we already created. So the backend services got added to, which is the complete rule here. We have to add a backend services to that. And the next thing is we have attached the manage instance to the group 2, which is the code here, and create a URL map and target HTTP proxy to the root. So we are going to create a target HTTP proxy. That's, so we are mapping the URL with Nginx backend. So it is going to be Nginx backend here. Copy and paste this one. And we created the backend server, which is the web map. And finally, we are going to like attach the HTTP proxy. So we are adding the proxy here. Code and yeah, there is a space here. What happened to that? URL map, web map. It must be completely working fine, right? It's just the same code here. You just try copy paste it here. I think the web map is under creation in this slide here, so which just gives us an error. And the next process is to create a forwarding rule. So for creating a forwarding rule, yeah, I think we already done this process. Like we just did the proxy forwarding rule here. So let's just check whether we completed it or not. Yes, we have to do a global forwarding. So it is not this firewall forwarding. So let's just remove the spaces in the end. So we are creating a forwarding rule with content rule. So that is going to be created on the port 8080. I need to add some space here. Like I should have removed all the space by yesterday itself, but I forgot that. Yeah. So we are getting the forwarding rules and the target to be HTTP proxy, and we are done with that. So let's just check whether the forwarding rule is created or not, with the name as HTTP content rule. Yes, it's the first one right here, the one we created. So we completed each and every step. Let's just go with this site and check again. Please verify the web servers are serving on front end. So I think we missed some step here. So have a tag for that. Like if you get an error like this, you can check what are the errors that you have missed. Please verify the web servers or serving on the front end. HTTP load balancers. So if you have felt like something just stuck here, so all we have to do is like go with this thing, and yeah, we haven't checked whether the list is complete or not. So we have got a Nginx F3M0, Nginx TXTH. So we got all this instance here running up. And the next one is creating the forwarding rules. Already done this step too. And we'll check. We have added the backend services and the URL maps too. The forwarding rules. So we already completed that one, but it took some time, like to start the server from the Google Cloud itself. So we already completed all this step. Yes, it just needs some time to start up. Yes, we are done for this lab. Like we got the score 100, and now you can end this lab completely. So it already started with the 1.5 hour. I like it's 1 hour. So we completed with 40 minutes right now. So all you have to do is like after getting the score of 100, just click in lab, and that's all. So give it some score like that. If you want to add additional comments, that's all. So we completed the demo session here. Like we already did how to do the managed cloud service. Like we created an instance and a Kubernetes service. We also balanced HTTP load balancer. Just completely simple, right? We all you have to do is like just know this command, some of these commands, and you don't have to memorize everything, each and every commands available here. Just some of it, some few of it that you're using often. And then if you are not comfortable with that, you can also go with the UI. Just completely simple here. Just go to the Kubernetes engine. Whatever the name you're creating, like you can give the name it here. And the service already got ended. Yep. That's all about the demo session here. And finally, we move to the Q&A session. So guys, if you have any doubts here, you can just ask me. Shoot it right away here for me. Like any doubts you have right now, even related to the Qwiklabs or getting the credits. So it's like we are getting only 10 days right now to complete the whole whole syllabus. So all you have to do is give it a rush. Give whatever you can to complete this program within a given time. And if you have any doubts here, you can just ask me here. Like it's limited to 5 times. You can do the lab up to 5 times. After that, which will give you a quota limit exceeded error. So you can get it updated with new ones. So you get a new quota of 5 times again if you contact the support email, which I given to you all. Or you can use the chat too in the Qwiklabs to get the help from them. It's obviously 5 times. The maximum time is 5. If you just exceeded that limit, you can just give them a reason why you did exceed the limit, and they will reset your quota for that. I think I answered your question, Varsha. Yeah, any other doubts? You feel like anything you have to ask? And the time limit is completely low. We cannot extend this time. It's like completed the 30 days, even if they given it in the name itself. So it's obviously going to be 30 days, like starting from the 27th September to 27th October. And we can do anything, like we cannot extend the whole date for a one person, a single person, or so. So just try to complete them within the given time limit. You'll just get hands-on, like how to manage the Kubernetes stuff, and these are all the paid services. You'll get them like in a company. You'll be doing this if you're a Kubernetes DevOps expert or DevOps person, and you're a cloud person. You'll get to do that. But if you learn from the college itself, like you will get all this experience in here itself, like you will get an extra pay or extra stuff, something like that. You'll get all the credits from that. And any other questions you have right now? So yeah, there's 17 people here. Can you give me attendance, like raise your hand or give me a yes or no, whether you are there or not? Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, thanks for your response. So you guys don't have any doubts? Like I will just give it 3 more minutes here in this session. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me right away. I'm all yes. You can also unmute yourself and ask your doubts here. It's completely up to you. What is the next program you can do after 30 days of Google Cloud? And like this, not just about the cloud here. We also have Flutter, YAML, and different other things here. So not just 30 days of Google Cloud. Under 30 days of Google Cloud, we also have another session like it's called Google Cloud Ready program, which will happen later in the part of cloud. And for the Flutter, we are going to have different sessions. There are going to be different like open source projects we are going to discuss, open source things that we have to do, and all the stuff will be available here in this GDSC here itself. And I hope the next one is Flutter right now, which will happen next. There we will have lots of sessions how to develop a web app, I mean the mobile app with the Flutter, and all this stuff will be taught by another person who is a Flutter lead for our college. And not only like that, we also conduct hackathons and also some other open source programs which will help you better in your career. Yeah. Any other doubts? Any other questions you have? You can ask me anything, like anything related to cloud, to GDSC. What other stuff you have? So I must take like you don't have any doubts regarding this program, and we literally have count of 18, which includes me as a two participant and one as a Shriya. So, can I inform others who are also not there here to do them? It's like a 1 year program. You will get this one every once a year, and even if it had to be a GDSC college, it has come under GDSC to do this program here. So you are all like lucky persons who got this thing here. Maybe next time, if there is a GDSC, you can do the same program. But in this case, like if it is not there, means you will miss this program and all this stuff what we are doing right here. And so, like we don't have any doubts here. Let's just move with the next one. Yes. So the fun activity. Shri Priya will take over from here. Shri
Sure.
Priya, whether
Yes, I'm here.
yeah. So
So, guys, are you ready for the fun activity?
guys, give it a yes or no. Like the chat is a.
Okay, okay. So let me just.
You just share your screen. Right?
Yeah, sure. That is the quiz link, and that would be the code for that. Okay, let me just share my screen. Okay, guys. Guys, I would request you to rename yourselves to your real name or some where we can identify you. Okay, few people are here. Nice.
The rule completely here, like you have to rename yourself with the name that you have attended in Gmeet. So it will be very easy for us to attend. I mean, identify the person who is in the leaderboard. So like the person who is in JS, we don't even know who the person is. Even if you win this event, we cannot give him a credits whatever he had.
Okay, guys. Let me just ping me when I have to start. Okay, are you guys ready or should I wait for more?
I think we have a participant of 18 Shriyari, so let's just wait like 2 minutes
Okay.
more for them.
Okay. Okay, guys, are you ready? Are you guys gonna join? Okay, now I think I'll start.
Yeah, sure. So it's completely like what we have
Okay.
done this
There are
quiz.
some very brainy folks here.
Yeah. Even in the beginning itself, like they're giving the 950 points, so they are just fast.
Yes, they're very fast.
And yes, Bharat
I
has
hope
took
you
the.
guys are not googling anything out.
Oh,
Okay,
Bharat is on a
that
streak
is
here
not
live.
there right now.
And yes, Bharat is mailing it out, right? He done all the 4 questions correct in a strike.
Okay, Varun is on fire too.
So guys, try to make it in faster time, so you will get higher score here. It's completely on the time, and the answer you will give it correct. Just make it faster. Yes, and Ashwin took a great lead here.
Okay,
Like he
I
got.
think Bharat is just on it. Didn't even get 1% wrong. Wow. And Varun is also equally competitive. Nice,
And
that's
Bharat
nice.
got it correct again. I think Bharat is nailing this thing out.
Yep, Bharat is just going for it, followed by Varun. That's nice.
Uh, Finally, he got one wrong. So,
Oh, Bharat, he's got one wrong.
yeah.
Anyway, there's still room for more. That's fine. Okay.
He got the lead. Like Ashrit, he is something getting on the lead, but he must utilize his time efficiently. Like he must answer too fast to get the scoreboard up.
Bharat is again
Uh,
going for it. That's nice.
yeah.
Varun is also on the top three again. Nice.
Yes. I think yeah, some of them got it completed,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yes, ma'am.
still Bharat is on the lead. Let's see. I think someone might come from the
Okay, I think
bottom.
everybody finished, I guess. Okay, we still got people doing it. That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay, again, Varsha is going for it. Nice.
I think Anamari has left this one. You there, Anamari?
Okay, I guess I can end it right now. What do you think now?
Yeah, sure. I think
I
most
don't
of them
think
have
these two
completed.
are participating at
Yeah,
all. So, yeah, that's fine.
I was saying the same, right? Anamari has left, or he just
Okay.
left.
Okay, let's see who the winner is. Okay, we have Varun Raj in the third place and Shrit in second place and
Bharat in the
Bharat in the
first.
first place. That's nice.
Yeah, thank you, Asha. Thank you, Asha, for joining us and helping with me. So let's just move to the final slide here. And yeah, these are all the social media links and the sites like this is the GDS SSIT. So you can just give them a search.
We'll be really happy to connect with you. And if you have any queries or anything you want to discuss with us regarding any events or webinars, we're happy to help you out. That's our motto, to help our fellow students grow into a better developer. So yeah, guys, we'll be really happy to hear from you. So do hit us up, do text us, do connect with us, guys.
And I hope that's all. Should yeah. Thank you all for attending here. Have a good weekend.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, welcome.